Ora, boa tarde a todos. Welcome to everyone. It's nice to see the session. Keeping up with plus numbers. Thank you so much. Hello, Tommy. Hello, Nakiv. How are you? So, Bota, everything fine? Maltinha, hoje vamos dar continuidade aqui ao nosso bootcamp. Hoje também temos notícias. Tive aqui alguns problemas a fazer aqui a ligação. I've been having some problems copying the connection links in order for my OBS starts working, but I will be continuing the bootcamp and also take a look at the news. Today, in news, we got CPI. Ora, hoje nós nas notícias vamos ter o CPI. We got at least 18 minutes to the news. I'll be taking a look also. Uh, Myself working with news, I always work or previously in the news or after the news. I don't use news trading techniques, even though sometimes on gold I can use it. But I'll use buy stop or sell stop. Ou seja, maltinha, vocês sabem que eu não trabalho com notícias, ou entro cedo ou entro depois das notícias. E vamos então aqui um bocadinho para o princípio desta parte do bootcamp que é notícias. So, continuing. I'll be choosing the highest impact the Java's claims and take a look at the news. Vou dar uma olhada às movimentações. We are going to probably have a huge movimentation in USD CAD. Nós costumamos ter grande movimentação no USD CAD ou NZD USD. Majorly, I don't work with news or pairs that in news are volatile, less than 60% in the percentage. Look at this example as Euro USD. I don't work with it, okay? I want to work with the biggest probability or the mathematical probability to take some profit out. Okay. So USD JPI, it's on my standards. USD CAD also, and NZD USD. So are going to be the three pairs that I'm going to take a look. Maltinha, então já sabem que eu não entro com percentagens inferiores a 60%. Eu costumo entrar sempre com grandes movimentações. E então vou aproveitar neste sentido. One news. Taking a look at it. Continuous. To take a look also, not this one, a 4 weeks average. The 4 weeks average also gives me the same numbers, so I'm fine with that. So, in our checklist, I'll be translating it to. No, I will leave it. I will be putting it in English. Okay. Here's my checklist. Pre-trading routine. Check economic trading news. Done. Analyzing the economic calendar. Done. Check for correlations between markets. Okay, correlations, it's easy. We take a look at NZD versus USD CAD. They are um, correlated inversely. Ou seja, nós vamos verificar as correlações. Temos o USD CAD. O USD CAD is starting to do what we were expecting to do, but there's a lot of equilibrium there. The equilibrium, and I don't like it. Okay, I was looking for a sell. The sell didn't came, so I'll be cautious about it. That ends the news today for the Canadian pair. Taking a look at dollar. Dollar had hit our zone and started to coming down to taking at least this movement. Okay, maybe this or the inverse. Personally, I'm seeing dollar doing that path, this path. This is the pattern in candle behavior that I want to see dollar. Este é o padrão que eu quero ver o dólar a trabalhar. Levei aqui in lower time frames. It's easier to see that already got a shoulder, head and shoulder. Em 15 minutos já sabemos que temos ombro, cabeça, ombro, o que nos indica que possivelmente irá ter este movimento. So I'll be expecting dollar to come at least here. It's going to be a devalorization of dollar of at least 0.70%, but this movement, it's going to be awesome to take some trades. Este movimento que eu espero de 0.73 de valorização do ouro, dadas as notícias, nós vamos trabalhá-lo. So, check correlations for between markets done. Open positions. I don't have any open position except the VXA trade system. It's this by here with a 404 stop loss. Okay, I think I'll add it. Okay, from yesterday, our trade didn't activate it, but in my site, my perspective, this trade that I shared on IQ Ideas is still active. Esta trade da IQ Ideas ainda está ativa. Yes, it's active. Uh, and this trade was from international system. This one above, I think. Go and check my Telegram just to take a look at it. VXA, 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 VXA. Okay, SL hit and next 3997. Okay. So this trade is rolling from the VXA ideas. Awesome. Open trades. We don't got any. Had entered the previous that was stop loss, and that gives me margin to also take a look at the market better way. Who entered this VXA trade? It's on a great path. Quem entrou nesta trade do canal VXA ou do Goldmine está no bom caminho. And people can get that first. The other ones were USD CAD and NZD-USD. As for NZD-USD, the zone that I want, that the news would bring me the price, I want this zone, okay? In smaller time frames, maybe we could at least use this range of 35 pips, but I don't want it. UD-USD, haven't activated our trade yet. Audi CAD, I think it will be activated. This trade I passed on a few weeks, a few classes ago. Esta trade que eu passei há alguns dias, it was activated. I was checking my trading journal. It had activated for you guys and had at least 74 pips. But in my perspective, this trade, it's also active, okay? Because our stop loss is above the previous structure, and it has give us a break of structure, and the third break of structure, so it confirms the movement downwards here, okay? The movement for here. Esta trade de AUDCAD, eu tinha dito ontem que não ativou, mas ela tinha ativado. Ela ativou aqui. No entanto, ela fez uma quebra, duas quebras, três quebras e preparou-nos um movimento para vir para aqui. This is my movement, here or here, okay? Then, Euro USD. I don't want to enter because it ain't on my zone. Não quero entrar no USD porque não está na minha zona. GBP USD. I don't like the behavior of the candle pattern. It still misses the shoulder and to create a support here, okay? So this scenario for me doesn't make sense yet to enter a buy here. My point of interest is going to be here, but with my first entry model. Okay. If the candles don't behave like this, I don't want to enter. US 30, I will leave it to Jay, even though US 30 eu vou deixar para o Jay. O GBP USD, se não fizer aquele padrão, não entra. Vocês já também têm entrado. US 30, I think it's going to open the market with a buy with kill shot strategy. You guys can also use this moment. Let me check one thing here. The demo crossing was here. And if I was going to wait for the magic candle to work as this. This is my US 30 revision, or at least insight, but I will leave it to Jay. So back to gold. Gold is keep on rushing. Awesome. Ouro está a correr, porreiro. Had it TP1 on 4011. Já atingiu TP1 no 4011. If you guys are on this gold trade, take your partials. Protect your capital because it's our first mandament. Okay. And I gotta wait at least 8 minutes for the market. Looking at our gold insight, I'm going to load yesterday's insight. Forward testing. EUD JPI sell opportunity too. It was a great sell. Quem é que não tem estado a apanhar ideias do IQ Ideas e os insights? Who hasn't been getting ideas from IQ Insights and trade ideas? Estou a dar aula na Iconic para várias pessoas, neste caso 21, e necessito de dar nas duas línguas, Aristides. Okay. So, this is my gold forward testing. As you guys can see, is starting to come, creating the breaker structure of this consolidation phase. It will be coming downwards also. That's why I keep my idea active, and I expect it to do this. A new attempt on another all-time high or this high, and starting to continue on his sell impulse. The first buy impulse, it isn't this one. This is just a confirmation of the market and the movements and also the economical balances. The first buy impulse to that area, it's going to be like this, okay? It's just noticing the signs of the market, the volume, etc. And also using the stochastic and RSI to find divergences in our 1 hour time frame like this. Okay. If your RSI starts giving you signals like this, you can go on buys. I haven't got the fixed range volume profile tool here, so I'm going to use here. Here's why I told you guys to take your partials. Just a second. Then we got 5 minutes toward the news. Ou seja, tenho 5 minutos para as notícias, não vou forçar aqui uma posição. Because I want to be forcing the position. I want this area or this area. I want to scalp this area. Quero fazer um scalp aqui nesta área convosco. Because if I was going to force a trade, I would force it in key areas like this. It's not force. I would scalp it at least 100 pips on here. With 100 pips a stop loss to 100 pips a take profit, or at least 200 pips here. Kind of like this on this key area, but a better area would be at least here, okay? In the 3990, 3985. Looking at volume in this microcycle, olhar para o volume neste microciclo, we are above the POC. There's a lot of buying orders here. This is consolidation of this microcycle, and selling orders are few. Our area majorly will be this and this for this entry, but I'll wait a few. 85 to okay, it's good. This will be one of my entries as a B setup. I don't use C setups. O que é que eu quero dizer com A e B e C? A minha equipa já sabe. But A, B, C setups are quality setups. The A setup, it's a high probability and high quality setup. B setup, like this one here on here, like this one, as you guys can see, it's a great, já explico, Sandro. It's a great scalping position. And C setups majorly are IQ ideas and small scalps with higher stop loss size. Okay. Majorly, I prefer always an A setup like this. At least 1 to 3 risk reward ratio to my targets. Explaining the fixed range value profile tool. I got 2 minutes. Vais ter que esperar mais 3 minutinhos. I'll be explaining after news, okay? Another technique to enter with news, CPI. Sim, estou a ouvir. Ok, desculpa. Yeah, yeah, desculpa. Estou aqui à procura do sítio correto. Aqui já está. So, então, de nada. A nível de buy stops and sell stops with news on gold, it's easier to plan, okay? You guys can set targets each $5, target lines. I call them key levels, like 410.50 and 49.50. Okay? In sell stop e buy stop, I use 415.50, With news, scalps I use buy stops and sell stops. At the moment, I'm not going to use it. It's also similar with the J strategy, okay? Let me check. The XI is coming down. USD CAD, not yet. Okay, NZD is positive. Okay, so I'll be expecting gold to go positive. So I'll set up a buy stop and a sell stop here, okay? And I'll wait for the market to do its thing. If I want to go on a buy limit, I could set a buy limit, but with news, I prefer stops. If the price breaks here, it will go up. The price breaks here, it will go down. At least 150 pips or points of stop loss, but majorly I want to use 30 pips to, no, 250 points to 500, 1 to 2, always. I don't want to be greedy in the market. Just waiting a little bit. With news, com notícias. Eu esperaria sempre, imaginemos, uma reação assim. Scenario 1, and scenario 2. Since we are on international trade, let me check the Telegram. Okay. Moving, I'm not going to give you guys a riskier trade, okay? Because those trades for me haven't are good, are great scalps, but they don't got the quality that I want to serve you guys, okay? I want to break it this, etc. Nevertheless, those two setups are also valid, at least for taking one-to-one risk reward. Looking at the scanner, we got a signal in the area near the POC, but I want a little bit of break it. I want it to come here on the 1 minute time frame above the 4,000 because if you choose 15 minutes time frame, the price it's consolidating here, and we got a buy signal, we got a sell signal, and we don't got all the confirmations from the scanner. The confirmations are similar to Killshot, but with what thing? It uses ATR in order for give you guys the projected stop loss and take profit. Ou seja, o scanner funciona como aquele shot, né? E as confirmações não têm todas, eu não vou dar posição nesse sentido. Looking for US 30. Jay sent me a message, but as you guys could see, we had the opening here with a sell, with a Goji star, and also going to upwards. It could be at least good, but sometimes the market doesn't have food to give us. That's right, Nakiv. Sometimes the market doesn't want us to feed us. Sandra asked me one thing. Fixed range value profile tool, and now I said it. Uh, Ferramenta de fixed range e como é que eu a defino? I'll be using on in another pair. Aqui. Esta ferramenta, this tool, analyzes the volume profile instead downwards as an indicator. It analyzes with order flow, the number of buying sell orders from the big banks. I said it. My setup is like this. O meu setup desta ferramenta é isto. I change it for number of rows. Mudo para number of rows. 24 colunas. Okay. We get this tool here in the projection tools on your left side, as you can see in the bar, here in fixed range volume profile. It draws a profile from an area to another. Here, fixed range volume profile. No setup, I use this setup, these characteristics, and this style. Why do I place POC? Because all of our scanners, all of our strategies work with price of control, point of control. Todos os nossos scanners, todas as nossas estratégias trabalham com POC, todos os nossos educadores estão interligados, all the educators are connected in this system, and I use it to also help you guys to understand the market without a scanner. I hope you guys had got a screenshot, and I'm going to explain it. As you can see, in red are sell orders, sell order flow. 47 institutions have open orders, 69 institutions have open orders, etc. Above the POC, point of control is buys. Downwards, the POC point of control is going to be sells. And this black line and this black line downwards, esta linha preta abaixo, quer dizer que o mercado, partindo aqui, poderá ir para compra. It means that, in this case, if the market comes here, it will majorly have buying impulse at least, or it's a ranging area, etc. And I use this tool to mark the entries, such as this, to enter on the market. Because all the sell orders are passed, we got some buying orders here, and I use it as an entry point, as you guys can see. If it doesn't respect the entry point, on this case, it's my second model, entry model. Neste caso, é o meu segundo modelo de entrada. I want the candle behavior to work like this. If the candle behavior doesn't work like this, I don't activate the trade. And on the top line, it uses the another entry model or this one. And as you guys can see, it's also an entry zone. If I could use this rectangle that I'm setting up here, you understand that is a point of interest, our resistance, etc., but it's a selling zone. So I use this tool to better enter market. Então eu uso esta ferramenta mesmo para isto. Sandra, consegui tirar-te a dúvida. Um, Georgiev, have you understand it? In this case, let me look at US dollar. Deixa-me olhar aqui para o dólar. Oh, I was going to give this USD CAD scalp, but it's not on the area that I want. So if you guys used a stop buy stop order, it had activated. It had a movement of at least 150 pips. And with this scalping technique, you guys, when you got 70 pips, your stop loss comes to break even. I haven't got the. You're in? Okay. Once you get 70 pips, 70 pips, no, 70 points, 100 points of profit, place your stop loss as a break even and protect your capital. I haven't got the time to enter, but some days. Yeah. I was explaining. Maltinha, quem entrou neste vai stop que proteja sempre que tiver 70 pontos. I'll be taking a look at if I start. Yeah, also the area that I want on when I start is this one. Let me take a look at the scanner. I'm not liking this sell signal. I'll be waiting at least this candle to close. No, close this trade. It's better to close it. Quem entrou é melhor fechar esta trade. We got a sell signal on several scanners. We are finishing a lot of another signal from our scanners that started here, so it doesn't make sense to make our capital in a risky position. Não faz sentido fazer o nosso capital numa posição arriscada. So this one finally closed. Doesn't make sense. It's a risky position. That's why I haven't passed on IQ charts and ideas. Silver. Finally, silver is starting to create lower highs and go into our position. Okay. Similar as gold. I need to similar as gold. All I want is to get a good sell to here and do the buy. The buy that I shared on IQ ideas, it's active because of this. That's why I'm going to wait because I got a setup here and a setup here. I'm patient about it. According to news, let's check if the news. Okay. After the news, after noticing the news, depois de ver as notícias, o que vocês conseguem perceber é já há movimentação, o preço já desceu. You already got the movimentation, the price already came down. The euro dollar already had a little bit of movement, but not the movement that we wanted to change this percentage. But I'm going to give you an example from USD CAD. It sold completely. Okay? It's giving it had gave us a signal to okay, awesome. Our sell trade is starting to form. Our sell trade, like this one, I think, is starting to form. Not here, but on the next area. So, what do I want? Ou seja, o que é que eu quero esperar aqui do SDK? I want it to come at least to a balance zone, and that's why I use the fixed range volume profile for this area and all of this cycle. It's a macro cycle. And I understand, okay, sell orders are here, 19,000 orders, 92,000 orders. And the area that we are, 146. It's simple math. 92 plus 19, we got a high sell volume. So our entry doesn't come from here, it comes from here in the future, expecting this behavior here, at least for a point of control, because the economic calendar, where is it here, already told us that US CAD has a downside, 132 pips, 65 pips. So if you use at least 80 pips from this, look at the magic. From the point that we are to the point that we want, 120 pips. So we know that this movement of 120 pips downwards maybe could start here. So going from this area, we can take our trade here. It's kind of confused, ou seja, é um bocado confuso eu explicar porque é que entramos aqui, etc. Mas é uma melhor area. It's a better area. The order flow is here. So patience always pay us. That's why I mark on 4 hour areas and start to look positions in 15 minutes areas. I will be giving you guys an example. USD Chef. Vou dar-vos um exemplo. USD CHF. Eu ontem partilhei esta posição convosco. Yesterday I gave us you guys this position. It's already with 30 pips of profit. Why did I share it? Because of this. It's the same principle of the USD CAD. I understand that USD CAD on news and all the conjecture is selling, creating lower highs. It came here just to sweep some selling liquidity and it's starting to do its thing. Because in news, USD chef, USD chef, not this one, but previous, we got a percentage of shortage. When I was analyzing, my percentage shortage was higher. That's why we work with news. Por isso é que trabalhamos com notícias. Porquê? Porque quando eu fiz a análise do SDCHF, a percentagem de vendas nas notícias era maior. Estava com 60%. I was with 60%. But sometimes you guys ask me, okay, Ricardo, but now it's positive, the news, or kind of positive. Yes, but the market doesn't produce the news instantly. The market works with impulses and retrocessions. Ou seja, o mercado não produz logo depois das notícias. Exato. My analysis was on news behavior from here. This manipulation on Friday, August 1st, 1st. Ou seja, a minha análise veio de uma manipulação na notícia de 1 de agosto de 2025, às 2 da tarde. That's why I've waited for the market to create a great structure in order for get an A setup. Because if I can let this trade open with a smaller lot after my partials, I will leave it. Understand? Se eu puder deixar a minha trade aberta como um micro lot ou o que seja, eu vou deixá-la. Porque toda a análise está feita do anterior. All of the analysis is done from the previous market structure. We got USD chef coming down, creating lower highs, creating big news breaker structures. Here, this zone with the manipulation was just a signal to enter on a sell, and we go on selling. Nakiv, it was understandable? Awesome. So gold again. Gold, it's on our zone. As I can see, I only see it selling. I don't see more more buys. I'm going to clean the charts to be simpler for you guys. Vou limpar o gráfico para vocês. Eu continuo a ver vendas no ouro. Não faz sentido. Mais compras. My key areas for selling gold are these ones. Okay. This one, nope. So I'll be pretty patient with it because if I can pay the membership from one person with zero point 0.1 lots with one trade, I'll be paying it. Ou seja, se eu puder ajudar-vos a pagar a subscrição com microlotagem 0.1 lotes, vocês irão pagá-lo. Percebem? Okay. Today, I haven't got any trade. I'm really looking at the market with patience in order for passing you guys on Nike Social. As you guys can know, I pass 1 to 4 trades each week. I just gave you the vision that I try always to pass. Oh, we got a movement here, finally. Okay. As I was telling you, 100 pips, 1000 points of stop loss, an entry point here, we could get or sell. But I'm going to wait just a little bit for the market to take another breath. Vou esperar que o mercado faça mais aqui uma respiração. At least here, the break of structure, because I need 3 breaks of structure, and I'll be entering this cell. At least here. Ok? Ou seja, o que eu agora estou à espera, e vou esperar, é mesmo isto. Vou esperar 3 breaks of structure, 3 quebras de estrutura. The first one was here. Maybe this area. The second break of structure, it's here. Okay, check on lines. Nope. First one was here. Second one was here. It created a support. That's why people were giving buys. Are you entering with market execution or you sell stop? On 1 minute time frame, I always use market execution. In this position, I need it for the market to create this third breaker structure, and then I will use sell limit because the market already gave me the indication that it wants to start coming from this to this area. If we look on 5 minutes time frame, we still are creating the right shoulder in order for come downwards. As you can see, there's a lot of liquidity here. Ou seja, como podem ver, aqui há muita liquidez. Então o mercado criou o ombro, cabeça, ombro. So we gotta be patient with this. This position I'll be using a buy limit once I get the third break of structure. That's why I'm patient with it. With the scanner, I use market executions. Once the scanner in 3 time frames give me the sell signal. So in 1 minute, I got a sell signal. Awesome. 5 minutes, I don't got the sell signal. So I'm not going to enter in a sell. In 50 minutes, I haven't got the sell signal, so I'll wait. Because the scanner, even though kill shot, I'll be showing you a trick on kill shot. Even though on kill shot, it uses the same principle. I'll be giving you the example. Here you got the big reversals, right? But you needed to cross the EMAs to change the signal to sell. So I need to wait. Without scanners, the market must do what I call a second entry behavior. I'll be showing you my trading models. Here, second entry. Ok, this example is awesome. Este exemplo é porreiro para vos explicar. We got the sell side liquidity. Temos a liquidez vendedora. The change of character, for me, it's always a third break assertion. First one here on the top. No, the first one was the first red line up above. The second one was the second red line, and the third one is the change of character. We get downside liquidity here on the bottom, and I expect the candles, the lower time frame candles, to do this movement on the arc. So on this gold position, I'm just waiting without scanner the right behavior of the candles. What is it? I wanted the market to do this. It's not this one. Drawing curve. I want it to do this. So I'll be patient. If I don't get a round candle pattern, I'll wait. With the scanner, it's simpler because the scanner will give you the signal. So you guys can use the algorithmic trading for it. So I'll be waiting a little bit for this trade. I'll be giving you guys a greater entry signal. Anything that you guys can use our calculator, the trading plan, and the strategies. I'll be setting stop loss, take profits, etc. Use the tools. Thank you for accompanying me. Obrigado por me terem acompanhado nesta aula. Quando houver melhores oportunidades, irei dá-las e espero que tenham gostado. Hoje a aula foi sobre notícias and it was awesome.